Into this. My name is Phil DiColagero. I'm the Executive Director of the Amesbury Chamber of Commerce. And this is part of our semi-regular business and remote breakfast series, where we try to gather our members for a structured discussion with a leader from an agency or specific field that can help, educate our members, giving them some tools to help them better run their business. This particular program is organized in part through the partnership with Matt Sherrill and Julianne Sherrill at Gould Insurance. It's something that we've been able to do during this pandemic remotely and then make available to members after the fact. So it's neat that this now becomes something that more people have access to. And I do see that we have both Matt and Julianne, but on the same screen. Matt, Julianne, thank you for doing this for us.
Well, thank you, Phil. I think it's important that the businesses stick together. And Gould Insurance is really, really happy to be able to promote this series. Obviously, we've been a member of the Chamber for many, many years and see all the advantages of being a member. And we're, again, very happy to be able to promote this series and really looking forward to the time when we can actually all sit in a room again. I know there are some advantages to the Zoom thing, but there's, in my feeling, there's so many more advantages to be able to sit around a table and it just has a much more freer flowing conversation. A lot more questions usually come up. So again, thrilled to be able to present this and looking forward to getting together again at some point.
Thank you. And so this program will be available on our website and also on our social media platforms. One advantage of this morning is that it was a lot easier to get the Massachusetts Healthcare Connector to give us a really strong resource in Shayitra Sanders. And so I wanted to give a shout out actually to also Andy Furman from Furman Insurance and Benefits, who specifically focuses on health insurance and helped get Shayitra specifically on this call. So Andy, if you want to introduce Shayitra, it's pretty cool to have.
Awesome. Thanks, Phil. And good morning, everyone. First, welcome to all my fellow chamber members. And once again, want to thank Matt and all the folks at Gould Insurance for your ongoing support and sponsorship of the Amesbury Chamber. I completely agree. Programs such as this are vital, and those of us that stick together and remain active, I think we're going to have massive opportunities following the reopening. Today, we're here to present affordable and flexible medical plans. I'm joined by Shayitra Sanders from the Mass Health Connector for Business. As a leading independent broker, Furman Insurance and Benefits is proud to be a certified broker with the Mass Connector, and we're thankful for our partnership with Shayitra and our friends at the Connector. Shayitra is the Associate Director with the Massachusetts Health Connector for Business. The Mass Health Connector for Business is a great place for small businesses to buy affordable health and dental insurance for your employees. The Health Connector for Business is the state's group market exchange. It is both easy for employers and their employees to shop, compare, and choose the right health insurance plans most applicable to your company and your employees' situation and needs. The great thing about, there are many great things about the Mass Health Connector for Business. One of them is there are no membership fees for small businesses that use the Health Connector as the source for their group coverage. And you can shop and buy for coverage directly through the Connector or through a certified broker. With no further ado, Shayitra, it's all yours.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew. And thank you to the Amesbury Chamber for having me come and present on the Massachusetts Health Connector for Business. I'm going to go ahead and try to share my screen. So let's make sure there's no technical difficulties. 1 second, going to get that into slideshow mode. Is it all good? Slideshow mode? All right. Phil, yes?
I see it.
All right, perfect. I always get worried on these Zoom calls if the screen share is going to go through correctly. As Angie said, my name is Shayitra Sanders. I am the Associate Director at the Massachusetts Health Connector for Health Connector for Business. And Health Connector for Business is an affordable, flexible way to offer health coverage to your employees for businesses in Massachusetts. So just a little bit of what we're going to review today. What is the Health Connector for Business? What are the savings that you as an employer can get through comparison shopping, as well as flexible choices for employees? I think someone's background has a little bit of noise. Also rebates through Connect Well, our wellness rebate program, as well as the small business healthcare tax credit, which is money back also, and how to get started once you are interested in offering health insurance on the Health Connector for Business. So if we move along, what is the Health Connector for Business? So the Health Connector for Business, I think Andrew did state that we are the state marketplace. So we are the Massachusetts state marketplace, and our platform allows for small businesses with 1 to 50 employees the ability to shop for plans through all of Massachusetts leading insurers. Our goal is to provide exclusive cost savings and flexible choice benefits. As you can see on the screen, these are some of the plan carriers that are available on the Health Connector for Business. And some of them may be familiar to you. There are 9 leading health carriers on there and 2 of the leading dental carriers on the Health Connector for Business. So we like to discuss some of the benefits of utilizing the Health Connector for Business, and I believe Andrew has stated some of them in his introduction. What we have found is that by offering health insurance through the Health Connector for Business, you're providing a one-stop shopping solution. The Health Connector for Business is an online platform. It's the only place where small groups can actually access every single leading health carrier in Massachusetts, as you saw on the previous slide, as well as Altus and Delta Dental. So all of them are located in one place for access for yourself as the employer and your employees to shop from. We have also found that there are competitive premiums by shopping through the Health Connector for Businesses. Health Connector for Business. Small businesses actually wound up saving on average about 20% before any rebates. The way they achieve this 20% savings is by using a quoting tool to compare plans, and through comparison shopping, that's how they're able to save 20% on average from what they might have bought off the marketplace. We also have wellness rebates, which I'll talk about a little bit more in detail in the coming slides, but the wellness rebate is called Connect Well, and is a option for employers to save up to 15% on the contributions they put into their employees' premiums if their employees who are enrolled participate in one of the 30 pre-approved wellness activities. We also have flexible employee choice, and they are actually called our employee choice models, and that I will also be talking about a little bit more in detail in the coming slides. But the goal of the employee choice models is to allow for employers to offer their employees different plans that fit the employees' needs, but while keeping the cost of the business constant, so creating a budget. It's also free to utilize the Health Connector for Business besides paying the premium, and there is also free certified assistance. As Andrew stated, he is one of our certified brokers on the Health Connector for Business. We currently have over 420 certified brokers that are available to help employers shop for a plan that best suits their company's needs, and their service is free for Health Connector for Business, any kind of work they're doing on that. Also, just to let you know, when you're shopping through the Health Connector for Business, you can have a peace of mind. All the plans meet federal and state coverage requirements, so you can feel secure that you're offering employees a plan that will not cause them any kind of tax liability or credit penalties. So we have completed employer surveys in the past and asked employers and groups who shop through the Health Connector for Business, why did they come to the Health Connector for Business? Why did they choose us? And what we found is that they actually receive, as I said before, greater cost savings and flexibility. And the top 4 reasons that come out is the employee choice models. Again, I'll discuss that in further detail about, offering several choices to your employees while keeping the business's cost constant. The rebates. Employers like to get back that 15% rebate through Connect Well that will allow if the 33% of their employees complete one of the 30 pre-approved wellness activities. Also, there's a small business healthcare tax credit. That's a federal tax credit that is only available for businesses that shop through a state marketplace, which the Health Connector for Business is the Massachusetts state marketplace. And again, there are no fees or membership dues to utilize the Health Connector for Business. So those seem to be the 4 top reasons employers have replied back through surveys. So as I stated, one of the benefits is the employee choice models. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in detail here. And so, as I stated before, the goal of the employee choice model is to allow for employers to control their costs while providing multiple insurance options to their employees. Now, you might think, oh, I'm offering so many options to my employees. How are they going to be able to choose? Well, this is all done online. Employees have their own accounts, so employees will be able to easily compare their options and choose a plan that best fits their needs from an online account that will provide to them all of the plans available to them and how much it would cost them on a monthly basis. So it's pretty easy. So there's, just to let you know, there's 3 employee choice models. They're called one plan, one carrier, and one level. Before I speak about them in the world of health insurance, I'm going to present it to you in the world of pizza. I don't know, I've been ordering out a lot. Maybe you guys have been ordering pizza, but let's just pretend that we're comparing health insurance to pizza. So how does one plan work? So you as the employer, imagine you and your employee decide to share the cost of a pizza. So your employee is going to get this whole pizza, but you're going to share the cost with them. In the one plan model, you as the employer make the decision that this employee is going to get a pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria, let's say down the block, and you agree to pay for half of it. So you have decided they're going to get the $10 pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria down the block, and you said, I'm going to give you half, or I'm going to give you $5. So that employee is going to get that pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria down the block and pay for the other half, the $5. So really what happened here was you decided to share the cost of a pizza with your employee that you made the decision on. So in health insurance, it looks a little bit like this, one plan. So health insurance is split into tiers, metallic tiers that pretty much kind of set what are the out-of-pocket costs. So when you go to the doctor, as well as what are the premiums. So they shows up as platinum, gold, and silver, also bronze. You also have availability to carriers. So what you're making the decision on as the employer here is which carrier are you going to offer, what plan from the carrier, how much you're going to pay into that plan, and then the employee will pay the other portion. So the employee is going to get the plan from the carrier that you have chosen. Just to let you know, this is the only choice model where a bronze plan is available, and bronze is usually a higher deductible, lower premium, just to let you know. So that's how one plan works. Then there's one carrier. So you and your employee decide to share the cost of a pizza again. You, as the employer, say, you are going to get a pizza from the pizzeria down the block. So you as the employer just made the decision where the pizza would come from the pizzeria down the block. Then you say, the business agrees to pay for half of the cost of the $10 pepperoni pizza. So you have chosen which pizza the business is willing to pay into, the $10 pepperoni pizza. So you're saying, I'll give you $5 towards the $10 pepperoni pizza. The employee does not have to get that pepperoni pizza. The employee can take that $5 and get any pizza from that pizzeria. So the employee could buy a cheese pizza for $8 and they have your $5. They could buy the cheese pizza and only pay $3. Or they could go ahead and buy the pepperoni pizza, $5, and they'll pay $5. Or maybe they want to buy up to a Supreme, and the Supreme pizza is $15. They still have the business's $5, and they'll pay the difference of the $10. The only thing that was really set here was the employer's budget, how much they're putting into it, and what pizzeria the pizza had to be bought from. So when you're speaking about health insurance, it is the carrier that the employer is choosing. So you as the employer would be saying, okay, you can get health insurance from this carrier. The business is going to pay into one of the benefit plans from this carrier. You can take our budget towards that benefit plan and use it towards which benefit plan best works for you and your family. So remember, the higher the metallic tier, the less out-of-pocket costs, but the higher the premium. So what you're offering here is for them to allow, as an employee, to make the decision on more so their out-of-pocket costs, which makes more sense for them. And just to let you know, in the one carrier option, PPO options are available in this model. So if you need access to a PPO option, maybe you have employees who work outside of the state and need health coverage, you would offer a one carrier model. So let me talk a little bit about how one level works. Again, let's go back to offering pizza. So you as the employer say, we're going to share the cost of a pizza. You can get a pepperoni pizza. That's what you tell your employees. You can get a pepperoni pizza. So you have just made the decision on what type of pizza they can get. You decide the business can share half of the cost of the $10 pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria, again, down the block. So now you have set your budget based on the pepperoni pizza from down the block. The employee does not have to choose a pepperoni pizza from that pizzeria down the block. The employee can take your $5 and buy a pepperoni pizza from any pizzeria that is available to your business, and take that $5 and pay into their pepperoni pizza, and they'll pay the difference depending on what the cost of the pepperoni pizza is. So the thing that you have set here is the employee does have to buy the pepperoni pizza. So that's how one level works. And so you see here, when you're speaking about health insurance, one level, it means you're choosing what benefit option they have the availability to shop from. So let's say, for instance, you as the employer decide to offer everyone the Gold benefit plan. That's usually around $1,000 deductible, just right below the Platinum. And you're saying to them, you can buy any Gold benefit plan. We're going to pay into this carrier. You'll choose the carrier that you're going to pay into. They'll take that allowance from the budget and put it towards any Gold plan from the carrier that has their doctors in the network. So this would be how an employee makes a decision based on what doctors they need, because different carriers have different access to different networks. And that's why an employee might buy from a different carrier. And just to let you know, the one level only offers silver or gold tiers in this model. What we have found is most employees in the small group market, and also most individuals in the non-group market who do not have access to health insurance through their employer, will usually choose a gold or silver plan. So that there is our employee choice models. Those are exclusive options only available through the Health Connector for Business. Another exclusive option only available through the Health Connector for Business is our Connect Well program. And our Connect Well program is a wellness rebate program. Businesses that qualify for the Connect Well program would have 25 or fewer employees enrolled on the Health Connector for Business. And to participate, employees actually can choose from anywhere from more than 30 qualifying wellness activities. The goal of Connect Well is to provide an opportunity for employers to receive a 15% rebate on their contributions towards the premiums. So this is actually money back, a check back to the employer for 15% of what they contributed into all the employees' premiums, if 33% of their employees can participate in a wellness activity and get that wellness activity approved during the benefit year. What we found during 2020 was the average Connect Well rebate was actually slightly more than $2,900. And the rebate all depends on how many employees are enrolled, how much percentage the employer is contributing into the plan. So it can differ greatly by what different employers get back as their 15% rebate. And there is also an incentive for employees to participate. If employees participate, upload a wellness activity and get it approved during the benefit year, they will receive a $100 Visa gift card. Just to let you know a little bit about those Connect Well activities and how easy touch they really are for the employees to complete. There's a range of more than 30 pre-approved activities. We have activities that can be completed at home. We make sure to update our activities availability to make sure that people can do some online, courses from anywhere from mind, body, money, so mental, physical, financial health. These are just a few of the examples that are available on the Health Connected for Business for them to participate in. As you can see, they could volunteer, do yoga, go for their well visit, maybe be part of a bike share program, student loan planning, retirement planning. There's a bunch of options. These are just a few of them that we put here. There's, like I said, there's 30 pre-approved, and the employees only need to participate in one of them and get approved for it to count towards the 33%. Now, during the business year, the benefit year, I'm sure as a business, you're very, involved in what you're doing as your business. So we help you try to get that Connect Well rebate. If you are a qualified group and you are eligible to be enrolled, we auto enroll you. So if your group is eligible, we'll automatically enroll you, and you will be emailed about the program within 10 days after your plan year starts. We email your employees. We let them know about the program. We tell them about the $100 Visa gift card incentive. When the employees complete activities, they do it online. They submit proof online, so there's no collecting paperwork. You don't have to fax anything over. They do an online submission form. Once their activity is approved, they immediately receive a $100 Visa gift card. So maybe they start talking to their fellow coworkers and saying, hey, I submitted activity, I got a $100 Visa gift card. Now they're talking about it. The other employees who are enrolled might participate. Once the 33% participation is reached, you will, as the employer, receive an email to let you know that you have hit it, and you will receive a rebate at the end of your benefit year. But just to let you know, every other month we update you and let you know where your participation rate is at. So if you're below the 33% participation rate and you know you're getting close to the end of your benefit year, you can start talking to your employees about getting that $100 Visa gift card. And at the year end, you'll receive the rebate, and all of this is done through email. So just back and forth through email, no need, like I said, to fax any papers, deliver any papers, or mail any paperwork. So we do help you get to that Connect Well rebate. And just to let you know, it is a real rebate. We had before the pandemic went into effect and, we couldn't do these in-person things. We did have a program where we went around and, did some social media pictures, and we presented to Marcy Berger, owner of Clean Properties, her check for $4,302.52 for her wellness rebate. And she actually made this great quote. We heard that there would be a 15% rebate. And I said, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. And here it is. So we brought her this nice big check. She got the little real one also. So let's talk a little bit about the small business healthcare tax credit. The small business healthcare tax credit is available to small businesses that shop through a state marketplace. And as I said before, we are the Massachusetts State Marketplace. So I don't talk too much in detail about this. What I do always say is I mention it to you because the key here is to be enrolled on a state marketplace. So if you're going to shop through the Health Connected for Business, it is worth the opportunity for you to bring this up with your tax professional, your accountant, financial advisor, because through the federal tax credit, you might be able to get 50% of a tax credit if you purchase health coverage through the Health Connector. And so some of the eligibility requirements are you have to be enrolled on the Health Connector for Business, a state marketplace. You need to cover at least 50% of the employee's cost, which is our minimum contribution requirement for the year. So you have that part. Have fewer than 25 full-time equivalent employees with wages that average about $53,000 a year or less. And then there's some more information about, you can get it up to 2 consecutive years. But what I always say is if you enrolled on the Health Connected for Business, this should be a topic of discussion at tax time with your tax professional. So that's the small business healthcare tax credit. So now if these items seem very interesting to you and you're like, wow, I would love to, get started, see what's available for my business through the Health Connector for Business is actually a very easy deadline to follow. So once you come to the website, you as a small business can enroll the first of any month throughout the year. So there's no open or closed enrollment period for small businesses. If you want to start your health plan for your employees on May 1st, you can start on May 1st. If you want to start on July 1st, you can start on July 1st. The benefit year lasts the whole year and it will renew on the anniversary date. So if you start on May 1st, you'll renew on the next year on May 1st. Once you come to the website and start shopping, you need to offer the plan to your employees by the 10th. So actually today is the 10th, I believe. So today is a big day for us. Anyone looking for April 1st insurance is actually publishing their plan year. So opening their enrollment for their employees. The employees then have the next 10 days to go into their own accounts and shop for a plan. So again, remember, you might be offering them more than one option. So they would go in, see what their options are available to them, and then they would choose which plan they want through their online account by the 20th. We ask for the first payment to be made online by the 23rd, and then coverage starts rather seamlessly on the 1st of that month. So these are the same deadlines every single month. So as long as you're looking for the 1st of the following month, you would follow these deadlines for the previous month, and everything is online. Before you go and create an account, you can also do a quick anonymous browse. So the website is there at the top. This is where you can put in very minimal information. You just need to know what effective date you want to start on. We usually have anywhere from a month to 2 months in advance available for the rates, your industry code and your zip code. And then for your employees, you really only need their date of birth and the coverage type. And then what you'll create there is a full premium display. So it will give you an idea of what you and your employees might be paying before you go in and commit to creating an account and starting the process. So we do have that anonymous browse tool for you to play around with beforehand. Also, I can't help but stress that there are benefits for utilizing a broker. First of all, they're free to use. There is no cost for reaching out to a broker, asking them to review plan options with you and help you through every step of the enrollment process. There are 420 certified brokers. As I said, Andrew Furman definitely said he was one of them. And there is a website at the top where you can find any broker in your area that you might want to work with. Brokers can put together easy cost estimates for you. So maybe you have a budget, they can provide you the estimates for different plans without you even creating an account. Then when you're ready to create an account, they can help you with that part, creating the account, putting your employees in, and getting any documents that might be needed. Also, just to let you know, this is what brokers do. This is their line of business. They are the experts on health insurance. So they will help you understand your plan options. They can help you compare what's available and which plan best suits the needs of your group, as well as having access to a broker and utilizing them will allow for you to save time. You have a lot of responsibility in your business, so you might want to focus on that. Allow for the brokers to help you manage the enrollment process and the plan creation so that you can spend time on what's important to you and your business. And I would love to open it up here for questions. I know I can answer a lot of questions, and Andy has been working on the Health Connector for Business a while, so I know he's very knowledgeable on some of these items.
I guess Andrew or whoever could answer this for me. One of my challenges here, because of our geographic location, is that I have employees who live in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. And it's always difficult for me to find a company that is in all three states. So I always end up with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it's the standard thing. And I'm a little confused as to what you're saying. I'm almost hearing you say that there could be several plans for several different employees here. If one chooses Blue Cross Blue Shield and another chooses Harvard Pilgrim and another chooses, something else. Is that what you're saying?
I am. Andy, would you like me to take this, or would you like to talk a little bit about stuff you've offered on that?
Yeah, I can touch on it. And Matt, that is a real challenge, particularly in this part of the Commonwealth. You are absolutely right. You heard Chaitra correctly. That is one of the exclusive benefits of using the Health Connector for business. The employee choice model allows your employees a lot of flexibility and allows them to have some control over their health care while containing your cost. So there are some PPO plans that are available that we can design that will have some providers in Southern New Hampshire that are available. Chaitra, can you touch on the accessibility in the state of Maine?
Yeah, so I believe there is some carriers who their HMO plan does extend into Maine, but just remember, if that's not the plan that works for your group, you can also do the one carrier model. The one carrier model allows for you to offer PPO options, which are good for, employees as far as, California, so I know there's a lot of remote work now, so people may not even be anywhere near our Massachusetts border. So the one carrier option actually allows for you as the business to pay into one of the plans, but allow your employees to choose from a PPO option. And we do have a provider tool in the employee shopping experience where the employees can actually look up their providers to see if the healthcare plan takes their provider, which would include providers outside of the state. So they can look through that if you were offering one of those employee choice models and choose the plan that choose the carrier's plan that has their doctors in it. Did that answer that question?
Yeah, it did. I find it interesting. I mean, I used to handle my own insurance plan, but I farmed it out to a broker because, like you said earlier, it just takes up too much of my time. I don't specialize in medical benefits. I specialize in businesses and homeowners and personal insurance. So that's where I try to keep my focus. So I brokered it out and somebody handles it for me now, but it always usually seems to come down to, hey, Blue Cross Blue Shield is the only carrier that is in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. So I do have the one carrier option right now, but like everyone, it's super expensive and it just keeps getting more and more, and the deductibles keep getting higher and higher, and there just doesn't seem to be a good end to it or a good answer. But this is interesting, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, Matt, I always share a story. I have a landscape company I brought on last May here in the North Shore. And like you, he had for years been going on it on his own. And when I finally sat down with him, he had 5 employees, a very small landscape company with 5 employees. And when we looked at the plan he was offering, we were able to take a look at his employee base, where they lived, where they worked, who their providers were, and we were able to redesign his plan. Not only did we lower the annual deductible from $3,000 a year down to $2,000, we lowered the copays from $100 down to $25, but we were able to save his business over $10,000 annually and each employee $150 per month. So while I say, and Chaitra says, you can go on the connector and you can try to figure out this plan design and sign up on your own. Oftentimes, utilizing a broker, we can save some money that way. I don't know what we could do on your end, but for others that are working on their own, this past December, I took on a new client who was picking a platinum level plan because he didn't know any better. And when we talked to him about what that financial commitment was on his end, we were able to build a well-designed plan, not only on the major medical, but some other things that helped cover the out-of-pocket expenses. And we saved that business with 30 employees a significant amount of money. So while there are ways that you can go out and do it on your own, utilizing the resource of somebody that focuses specifically on this can bring a lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise, and a lot of cost savings in just the plan design.
Is it too simple to almost look at your role, Andy and Chaitra, if you want to step in, that I mean, a broker is exactly, in this process, the same way that you should consider a broker or a realtor when you're looking to purchase property. It's a lot less stressful when you're working with a professional, and especially if you're looking to buy, there's not an extra cost associated to having that professional guide you through that process. I know that may be simplifying it, but I think that may be helpful for folks who may view a perceived cost where there isn't one, and that may be a barrier for them to give benefits to their employees, but also to remove the stress of having to search the website on their own. Correct?
That's a great analogy. I'm gonna borrow that from you in the future.
We have a lot of realtors that spend time in this office, so you can tell we have a lot of discussions.
That's exactly that's a fantastic analogy. Well said.
And it is, it is a platform that was designed for self-service. So I don't want to, if you've been doing this for years and you've already set up your health insurance plan and you know what you're doing, the model is designed that you can self-service. But yes, utilizing someone whose expertise is this, as Matt said, would save a lot of time and focus on what's important for your own business at that point.
I think the unique aspects of the connector, the employee choice model is definitely one of them. The Connect Well rebate is fantastic. That's unique to and exclusive to the connector. The federal tax credits, and then also there's no administration or annual fee. And those are some fantastic opportunities for businesses right now. As we come out of the pandemic, everybody is looking to survive and thrive and save some money. And for small businesses that are looking to offer their employees a well-rounded benefits package, those 4 unique benefits provide the cost savings and cost containment, as well as the flexibility, and provide employees with some control, which reduces stress and anxiety. It's a fantastic package of benefits for the small business owner.
So, Andy, if you don't mind me asking, I'm sitting here thinking, in the insurance world, I know how I make my money. I make my money on commissions. So if you've got 420 participating, I'll call you advisors on this program, what's the incentive for you if there's no fees or anything? How do you get compensated for being an advisor under this program?
Yeah, Matt, just like all insurance brokers, we get paid directly, in this case, from the connector. We get a fee per subscriber. And then the other opportunity is, building relationships, just like in your business. Building those relationships lead to some opportunities. And, it's to me, this is a very much a people and relationship business. Not only do I work with the business owners, but I also sit down and help if we're offering multiple plans. I spent 15 years working on Wall Street from a portfolio risk mitigation perspective. And insurance, regardless of the line of insurance, is all about understanding the risk, and can you eliminate it? Can you transfer it? Can you mitigate it? Can you reduce it? So if we're offering multiple plans, multiple carriers to employees, I'm more than happy to sit down with each employee and discuss with them where are the financial aspects of their plan, where could their out-of-pocket expenses be, and what plan best fits their financial wellness. We want to make sure people have access to care, but we also want to make sure that people, when they need that care, if an injury or illness happens, we want to make sure they're covered. A lot of times an employee, if they have multiple plans offered to them, they might pick the lowest premium plan without realizing that plan, I'm going to use a term that probably most people on this call, except for Chaitra and myself, understand, and that's coinsurance. And if we use a bronze level plan that has 30% coinsurance, that can really leave an employee in a big financial situation if they should seek coverage. So we sit down and we look at them. Conversely, if a client says, I don't want any out-of-pocket expenses, I'll sit down with them and I'll show them what the difference in premium between maybe a plan that has a $2,000 or $3,000 deductible compared to a plan that has no deductible. And you might pay an extra $8,000 a year for a plan that has no deductible to save the potential for $2,000. So we'll sit down and we'll work with people, and then we'll help design a plan that might cover that out-of-pocket expense at a much more affordable rate. So we bring a very unique financial planning and risk management perspective to healthcare, which I don't think a lot of people bring. We look at oftentimes just what that monthly cost is, but we don't understand what the plan covers and where the coverage is and where maybe some of the potential gaps are. Because Matt, like you said earlier, it is confusing, it is difficult, and it's probably going to continue that way, unfortunately, for the near future.
Great. Well, thank you, Andy. Thank you, Chaitra. I definitely want people to feel free to ask questions. And I don't know if you're comfortable, Chaitra, with this, but is it possible to share your contact info, where the best contact info for where anybody viewing this video could go if they had follow-up questions to the presentation?
The last page I just had on the screen, for if anyone does have questions around the Health Connector for Business, they can always go to our website or call the 888-813-9220 number. That's our customer service line. Our customer service line, though, are not brokers, just to let you know, so they cannot give any advice on what plan to choose or anything like that. In that case, if those were the questions, they would provide you with the link to find one of the certified brokers. So this is the contact number for the Health Connector for Business customer service line. If anyone has questions on how to start the process or create an account or what's available to them. Again, most of that will be what I just reviewed here. And any further information that they need more assistance, they would direct an individual to find one of our certified brokers.
Okay. Thank you. Any final questions? I shouldn't say final. Anyone can always reach out, like Chaitra just said, and give that 1-888 number a call. Or to folks like Andrew Furman, who's a certified broker.
Phil, I'll just close by thanking both Chaitra for joining and doing this for us. Thank you in the Amesbury Chamber for hosting, and for Matt and Gould Insurance for sponsoring. And thank you, everybody, for joining. I wish everyone much success, happiness, stay well and stay healthy.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Chaitra. And yes, thank you to Gould Insurance for making this program possible. This is something we do every other month at the Amesbury Chamber. So if you'd like to tune in, you can always check us out on social media. You can check us out on our website, or you can even shoot us an email at phil@amesburychamber.com. If there's a topic perhaps that you want access to that maybe we haven't featured, there's no reason we can't have that as a future discussion. So thank you to everyone for joining today. And hope you have a great week.